Hey guys, we got a comment recently. Um, it was someone expressing appreciation, but they also pointed out uh, that I tend to spend too much in the time in the opening, and I completely agree with that. It's just a bad habit of mine. So I've decided to do some games where we race through the opening, spending virtually no time on it. Now, can I do that, or will I get sidetracked? I'll try to do it. And I'm going to do that on 3 levels: 10Q, 5Q, 1Q, 1 done. It's like 3. And we'll be looking at middle game. And I think after that, we might do the same thing, but in game, racing through everything to get to those. Okay, so here we go. Race through the opening. Normal stuff. Nothing special. Just approach, just settle. This is all easy stuff that we know. Play away. Go to the next area. It's all good. Normal stuff. Oh, not normal. Up to here, we're doing the opening. This black move is an opening move, but now I'm going to stop opening. Next opening move might be here. I'm not going to do an opening move. How come? Because I'm going to break into middle game to take advantage of his mistake. Okay, middle game move. What do you do? Well, we're either going to cut at A or go over to B, come up at C. There seems to be 3 moves to look at. A real quick read says that if I start here, should be just total Sente. Then I can start this process. And at the very least, black's going to be pitifully flat on top, and I get a great wall for the left. That should be easy to see. Now, let's ask a different question about this middle game position. I'm pointing out it's middle game, so I keep trying to bypass the opening. I didn't read this one out because when I got to move, what is that, move 3 or 4, like I'm not seeing it. I don't see the positive. Now, maybe if I'd read through the whole thing, I would go, oh, this is even more positive than the other one. Could be, I don't know. But right away, I'm going like he's living on top. I may or may not be able to cut. I don't like it. Well, this one, very straightforward, very easy to see a positive. So that's how I choose direction of play. Okay. Next question about middle game. We have a life and death situation. If I move one more time and then turn, that's 7 in a row. And with 7 in a row, if he plays first, he lives. Just so we all see that. That's a space of 4. Wherever white plays, he gets the other one 2 eyes. So if I want to kill, which is not necessary at all, but if I want to kill, I'd have to Hane now. But we see 2 cuts. Okay. Now, we're going to be facing this sort of question thousands of times, assuming you play that much Go. It's just, this stuff comes up all the time. What most Q players do, go for the kill without considering the consequences. Oh, I might be able to kill him. That's not it. So what is it? Is you go forward in strength. So if I honey, how are my weakness? Well, let's check it out. This is an easy read, and we have a ladder. Now, the big thing about the ladder, see the Atari there? So what this means is this move disturbs the ladder. Okay, assuming we save. Okay, so ladder doesn't work. Does the net work? Yes. Oh, then it's fine. Okay. Some of you may be saying, that was an awful lot of reading. Well, I would say that it's a simple type of reading, the basic net, the basic ladder, things that you should get used to reading. If you can't read them now, this is totally expected for the rest of your Go career. Not hard reading. Yeah, we like to get better and better at our reading, but you should be able to read out if black crosscuts, you'll kill the blackstone at D2. Oh, that's hard reading. Get used to it. This is just basic Go reading. And what we're looking for on top here, that ladder, net, pretty basic. Okay, so read it out. Black plays this way. Does this increase his life? No. As a matter of fact, it's loses life. If he had played at A, then he could get an I at the triangle, but which would not bring him life. But with the Hane, I can throw in an A, so he doesn't get the I at the triangle. The point being this, not only couldn't he live anyway, but it did not increase it does not help him live. So all we need to do is maintain strength. My first thought, get strong. But I'm unwilling to read out an I here. Why would I want to? Why don't I just play here, perfectly strong, and now there's no reading? Oh, but what if he cuts you? Well, that's an easy read. Okay. Plays again. Just change things. There's a cut now. Does the cut work? I don't care. I'm just going to play. Oh, how strong white is here. He comes in. I can probably play away. Why even consider it? Just very strong. Oh, I like my strength. Here, I should play away because we can read out his Hane is meaningless. But I was simply enjoying such an amazing, strong group. It was so pleasant, completely unnecessary, but it just made me happy. I mean, game's over, right? So just finish it on up. Okay, now you're getting silly. I'm not going to respond. Okay, so we have our next middle game question. We can do one of our corner moves. We can play our big overall, actually it would be at this E. Let's discuss why, because it's a middle game question. The A and B have relationship. A and C do not. What do you mean? Well, A and C, there's room for an entire black group there. Well, that means there's no relationship. I can simply live in between them. So in the same way, if black plays here, he's not in relationship with the corner because there's room for a whole group there. So B is the pre-pinch, pinching the black stone before it gets there. And just that has to be understandable, but I'm going to do it anyway. Black, white, black ignores. Same thing. We play here. If black comes in, that's like we pinched him and he ignored. So we have an extra step. Okay. Stop it. So we've got the four corner moves and then the high or low pre-pinch. 6 moves that seem to fit the situation. Then we have growing the whole thing from H and growing the whole thing from I. I went this way. Interesting. I forgot I did that. Why did I do that? Well, this is Sente. Well, what's the big deal? Well, it gets super thick and it's still his move. I got less points, he got more points. So if I play it, I get more points, he gets less points, and it's my Sente. So it's just some local profit. Whoever wants it gets it for free. I want it. Thank you very much. Next idea is, well, but doesn't this make him awfully thick on the right? I don't care. I want him to have those points. I'm begging him to take those points. If he does, I get the entire left. So I started here. What I'd prefer to do is something like this, because see how I'm close into what he's building? So I'm growing me as I diminish him. That's the most standard idea. I mean, that is a standard idea. The problem for me is black could put on a blindfold and throw down a black stone in my area and simply be alive. I've done nothing to suggest it's my area. So I figure I better start there and start suggesting this whole big white thing is mine. Now, this is an opening move, but it's more of a middle game idea. Anyway, boom, 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 no problem. Boom, oh, stupid little 6Q. Oh, he's 10Q. Real stupid. We'll make a net. He continues. So stupid. Sorry. Oh, he cuts. Absolute gote. Anytime I want, I capture his stones, so he cannot hurt me. What to do next? Well, I thought of a lot of things. I could come out at A. Well, let's go the ones I did first. I want to play. That's the first thing I thought of. I'll play A, growing my area. My first thought. Atari, capture. Oh, I Honade, growing my area and giving him weaknesses. I'm like, well, that's pretty darn basic. I'll Atari. I go, well, that's a little silly. Why don't I just come out and surround the whole thing? And I'm like, well, pardon me, this is the diminish him as we grow us move. It seemed to be significantly faster than this move. This is a one-step move, while my move is a two-step move, faster, covering more space, and covering a bigger area. Okay. Now, was that opening or middle game? I guess that's opening. So I shouldn't have talked about it. I'm sorry. Okay. You play, capture, Atari. Middle game. This is a middle game question. What's the question? Should I save my stones? Next question. Why should I save them? Because it's 6 points in double Gote. That's in-game and not that big. Well, we better double check our math here. Are they important? What do these ace stones represent? 6 points, doesn't matter. If he captures, hey, he threatens the eye. I don't care about that. I'm perfectly safe. Okay. So the 3 stones do represent a potential eye there, but we don't care about that. What else do they represent? If I save them, that means I have a peep here. I don't see this of any particular significance. I cannot find any reason to save the ace stones. They're simply not valuable. So instead, I come on out. He captures. 10Q. Wow. Okay. So keep growing. I want to get from A over to B. There's lots of ways of doing that. I did not look for an advanced way. Why? Because he's stupid 10Q, just wasting moves right and left. So I just start drawing a general line. The plan is, ooh, he's going to start coming in. Please come in. I'm coming in. Please come in. I mean, the left is just, I mean, it's just tremendous. Okay. He plays here. I connect my stones up. Connect is the wrong term. Connect means there is no cut. Touching is the word I mean. Comes in. Yep. Comes over. That's a little silly. He does strengthen his position, so I strengthen mine. Kind of a natural result. Boom. And now I was about to play here. He strengthened his, I strengthened mine. But with a short read, it's like, what, here? Is there a problem? I don't see a problem. So I just can't imagine a threat here. So I went, he can still somewhat casually live on the left. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just make it so there's no casualness about it. He can still live in my massive half-board Moyle. And I encourage him to do so. But it's no longer easy anyway. He comes in here, worst place to come. And this is totally middle game. And we've been through it before. Our job is not to kill the ace stone. 90% of all Q players will think, oh, I'm going to kill that stone. Don't think that. What shall we think instead? I want to make this difficult for black. The maximum difficulty. I don't even want to use the word maximum. Just make sure black does not have an easy time. If we're asked the question, are you going to take a risk in killing me? No, please live. Feel free. Live. I'm not going to risk anything. I don't need to. If it so happens that you're just dead, sure, I'll kill you. Okay. How to move forward, making it difficult? Well, what does black want to do? What's black's next easy move? Oh, he's going to come this way. Into my rock solid wall? I don't care if he does that. Okay, he's going to come up. Okay, a little bit of room, right? I can still chase him, though. It's not like he's really going anywhere. So Is there someplace he'd prefer to go? Well, he can move he can move down a great distance doing a contact play. That's his easiest life. So remove it. Lots of ways of removing it. Don't touch him. That's going to help him. So here, he comes up. Oh, he went down. Here, I'm trying to imagine, in my head, here I am. What does he want to do? Well, I'm seeing this sort of shape. And I'm seeing some eyes come. So I'm like, boom, no eyes for you. Okay. Now, where does he want to go? I think his preferred direction was to come in that direction because I can see an eye for him there easily. I can't see an eye for him in the center, but I can see an eye there. So I move that. Sure. Now I'm seeing an eye here in Sente. Well, we don't like that. Take that away. He's about to get an eye. Do we care? It's in Gote and it's 1. No, we want to stop him from getting 2, not 1. So start the surround. Let him have his 1 eye. And just surround. Nice and thick, nice and thick. We do this process because his 3 moves are all 0 in points and any value at all. 3 0 moves. I mean, perhaps literally 0. While all of my moves are all valuable, gaining thickness to the outside, to the center, all this kind of stuff. Okay, moving forward. Sure. Is there any risk here at all? Hard to imagine. But I thought, just you could do anything here, right? Game's over. But I just fixed. Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Play the thick move, which is different from the capturing move. And then make sure he can't do anything on this side. And that's where he resigned. Okay, very fundamental stuff. Doing nothing as simple as we can, just can't think of anything more simple. Middle game stuff. Next one, 5Q, which will be a lot harder. Okay, guys, hope it was useful. Keep those comments coming. Bye.